Greetings viewers, and welcome back to Let's Play Final Fantasy Tactics. Me and team here, and in the last part we finally finished the intro tutorial slash whatever. So we're finally going to be getting on with the opening chapter of the game here. First we're going to pop into the, first things first I think. Let's go into formation and have a look at our army here. This is where you see that all of the units that are available to you to deploy in any given battle, and you can sort them using L2 and R2. There we go. Sort them by MP, CT, level / experience, Brave and Faith. I guess now is not a bad time to get into what Brave and Faith do. Brave has an impact on your physical damage when you're punching or using a weapon that is modified by Brave. Some of the strongest knight swords in the game are modified by Brave, and then obviously like the monk class is modified by that. Brave also impacts the chances of certain abilities to trigger. Like say you have Auto Potion, which triggers when you get hit. Well, if you have like 99 Brave, which, if you like 100 Brave, it'll literally trigger every single time that you get hit. So you can Auto Potion lock yourself pretty darn effectively with that. Now, if you have low Brave, then obviously they won't trigger as often. The max you can have is 95 going into a battle, I believe, or is it 96? I think it's 95 because it caps at 99. I could be wrong on that. It could be 100 and cap at 96. Either way, anytime you raise Brave or Faith by 4 or more in a given battle, it'll permanently raise your Brave or Faith by 1, and that's also true in reverse. If you drop it by 4, each 4 you drop it by in battle will permanently decrease your Brave or Faith by 1 point. So what does Faith do? Well, Faith increases. The higher your Faith, the more likely chance-based spells are to hit you. The stronger your magic is, and the stronger magic does in terms of damage to you. So if you tank your Faith deliberately, which I will probably do later in the game, then spell effects will not have very much effect on your character at all. It'll be very hard to land traditional magic. Now, special abilities will still go through that because they're not necessarily magic-based, but anything purely magic-based will do joke damage to somebody who has like 5 Faith. You know, they'll hit you with like a flare or something, or a holy, and you'll take like 10 damage, and when your character has 300 plus at that point in the game, you know, it's ridiculous. So if you deliberately tank your Faith, you can make things happen. So, okay, we can go in there, and now we can mess with their equipment, and we can also mess with their job class. And here are some of the abilities you can learn. Like I showed in the opening tutorial battle, you can learn accumulates. Oh man, I don't have Yell? Oh, that's bad. That's really bad. Wow, that's gonna put a damper on my plans, viewers, no doubt about that one. I usually have Yell by now, or the ability to get it. Yell is central to my strategy. So what I'm going to do then is I'm going to fight an extra battle the normal way. No choice there. That might also necessitate me fighting one random battle. I was planning not to do any random battles, but with that I'll probably need to do one. Because otherwise Dorder is going to be a bit of a pain. And yeah, you can see everyone's equipment: daggers, leather hat, clothes. Obviously broadswords are better than daggers for the people who can equip them in terms of attack power. You can see weapon power 4 versus 3. Does anyone else? No, only Ramza has battle boots. Oh, apparently someone has move find item already. That's... Man, she's leveled up decently as a chemist. Okay. So, one at a time. We'll start with Ashton Booty. He has Wish. Yeah, Accumulate's pretty expensive, so we're not going to work that in the near future. Maybe eventually. Heck. Okay. This is not going the way I planned it. Now he could learn Yell, but he's not going to be able to do anything with it. And yeah, I could change their job classes right now too. Maybe I'm not going to put much effort into these guys. So, I don't know. They're mostly fodder. I'm sure that delights them to hear that, if they were real. But they're not, so I can abuse them as much as I want. And they won't care, unless they die, in which case they'll be gone forever, but they still won't really care. Anyway, okay. Let's go shopping. Go into the shop. Bar becomes more relevant later. Dagger, broadsword, leather hat, clothes. Okay, they're not even selling battle boots, so we don't have anything to use with our war funds just yet. You can recruit new soldiers in the soldier office, and if you care, you can spend a lot of time trying to get the right combinations of brave, faith, astrological sign, or whatever. And oh, by the way, that will affect hit percentage against others. Like if people are compatible, their abilities like haste or haste or whatever it is, any other buffs are more likely to land if they're compatible. And that's also true against bosses. You're more likely to be able to, damage them more, hit them more. And then if you're incompatible, the odds are lower instead. And then there's neutral compatibility with the zodiac signs. I'm not going to worry about that too much, considering how I'm playing. But for example, H.C. Bailey spent quite a bit of time getting his soldiers just the way they wanted. I guess I'm going to be spending a little bit of time grinding Ramza up with an extra battle, since I didn't get... I sort of wished one more time. Yeah. Okay. Okay, we're back. I guess I'll leave that in. Just a quick removal of a critter, as my sister-in-law calls it. Look at that. Look at that. I'm not even married, and I'm having to deal with these bugs. Anyway, yeah, I had to deal with that. So now that that's out of the way, basically you take a napkin or paper towel, squish it in case it's actually still alive. In this case, it wasn't. Flush it down the toilet. Very skillful maneuver, I must say. Oh yeah, you can get some background on the Brave story if you want, but I'm not going to deal with that. What else? I can get a tutorial. Let's just go, and we're going to have to make up for lost time here. And yes, cutscene. There's going to be a lot of these in Chapter 1. Less so as the game goes on, you still get them, but they get more interesting, and they get shorter. Both of those are useful. Oh, we're going even further at flashback. This is where Ashton Ubodi's father was in his last moments here. Balbanes. Okay, the text on this is slow. We're speeding things up a little. The end of the 50-year war, Beowulf, residents, yeah. So, this is even further back in time, like I said. How goes the battle? Ordalia army leaves Eltenia, don't worry. Count Lenario has agreed. And yes, the war's coming to an end, but we knew that would happen because this is a flashback where in the current times the war had ended. And immediately after being instructed not to cry, she cries. Where's Ashton Ubodi? We just got burned for an 80-yard touchdown, only because we didn't have him. Yes, he's only your half-brother, but still, he's your brother, so don't hate. Starting at the academy, so this isn't too long ago, it's just a little bit. Because obviously, he just got out of the academy. He's a cadet now. Warrior spirit is in the Beowulfs. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that correctly. If not, I apologize. I'm sure my viewership will correct me. And this video will there'll probably be more videos made after this where I'll still be saying it wrongly, but I'll eventually switch. Kind of like how I eventually fixed my pronunciation of hero names in Heroes of Might and Magic 3. Don't shame your name, don't tolerate injustice. Live true to your heart. That is the warrior's way. Yes, and Toledo was kind of pushed in by a noble family. There you go. And instructed to take good care of Alma. There you go. And here we are told to become a fine knight. Well, sort of, Balbanes. Hopefully our ultimate product will not disappoint you too much. Hopefully. At least I'm not going full-on wizard like I did in my first playthrough. Ramsa actually makes a pretty nasty black mage. Usually, you want female characters to be better mages because they have better inherent magic abilities, and they have more natural faith, typically. But Ramsa's kind of like a super squire, you know, he gets the best of both worlds. And so, he's like a slightly upgraded stock trooper, basically, in terms of his initial statistics. Alright, off we go. People do lose this on occasion, but this is not really a challenging fight either. I forget who had the swords or whatever. We're just going to put in our chemist again. I don't think... Was Tess useful? I think she was. Well, it doesn't really matter. We're limited to 4 here. We can't use all 5. Our 5th will be Delita. Now normally I would have access to Yell here and I would start my strategy, but because we don't, we're going to be running yet one more traditional battle. It sucks, but what can you do? And yes, more squires. The game really pulls its punches early on, although I guess since we have limited equipment and class abilities, that's also going to be true for us. We just need to get the marquee. Yeah. Don't blame us, blame fate. Blame yourself or God. Oh no, the Hokoden Knight Cadets! Oh, it's Death Corp! Man, they're everywhere. Why don't they get taxed more? And don't you have, like, foreign income tax or something? You gotta hit them up, man. You gotta get your money. Okay, here we got a choice. If you pick saving him as our priority, it changes a cutscene a little bit later in the game. And that's about it. Oddly, you get more brave by saying our duty is to destroy the Death Corp. It gives a global +5 modifier to your brave, and you don't have to keep that douchebag alive. So I'm going to pick this. It's also more fun this way. But yeah, you get a global +5 brave, which means everyone gets 1 permanent brave as a result of this battle. I could use that, so let's do it. Are you mad, Ashton Ubodi? Leaving him stranded? I didn't say leave him stranded, I just said get the Death Corp. Yeah, exactly. Alright, Delita, do as you will. Because when you do this, you get stars over Delita's head, and you get stars over that guy's head. And you don't have to worry about them. Plus you get Brave, which is useful. Delita has a lot of Brave. Delita also likes to get himself killed. Algus, yes. Reinforcements, thank God. And then he immediately proceeds to beat on this guy and run away. Oh no, he stays there, that's right. You can get unlucky, like if those guys gangbang him and get criticals, you're gonna be boned. There's not a lot you can do about it. He'll just die before you can react. And that just sucks, man. I hate losing missions that way. So I tend to favor not going for that kind of thing, because it's just, you know, you really don't change the end story at all by picking our duties to destroy the Death Corp. Death Corp. No, we're going with Death Corp. It's awesome. Look at that. Oh no, maybe I got +10 on Brave or something. I don't know. You get a lot of Brave for it. That's all I know. That's all I need to know. Well, let's cook up your JP a little bit here. Yes! We now have access to Yell. Too bad I can't get that until later. But we're just going to deploy and wait for them to come to us to some extent. If Algus has, like, any basic sense at all, he'll probably come our way. So that's fine. I'll leave Chemist in the back here, because he's not really well equipped anyway. A lot of our dudes aren't. I guess I could have bought more broadswords or something. You really don't need it for this. Yeah! Throw the stone! Yeah! Get stoned. I wonder if I'll have the same thing happen in my playthrough, where people like throw stones in Chapter 4. Well, oh, they're throwing stones at us too. Oh man, they got knockback on it. Yeah, that ability sucks because it doesn't do any real damage at all. I mean, I guess if you get knocked back and throw someone off a ledge, but you can't really play for that. I mean, you run into hit percentage questions, you don't have any guarantee that you're actually going to throw them off a ledge anyway. It's just silliness all around. And yeah, these guys, they don't have a chemist, so as long as you don't completely choke, you're fine. You don't have to worry about it. I'm just going to attack them from the front. Yeah, 95% hit odds. Humans don't usually counterattack unless they're certain classes, so you don't have to worry about that. And so we'll just keep him like this. You suck, Delita. Maybe you should learn how to play. Oh, well, I guess that's acceptable. I might equip Delita and Algus if I can do so. Just because I'm going to have spare money, since I'm really not going to bother with my generics very much. But ultimately, there's only one person we care about, and that is Ramza. Because Ramza is God mode. I can't quite make it. Most unfortunate. And yeah, if you defend, you get a little bit more attack resistance. Wow, that thing is slower than I remembered. Those Red Panthers. He'll probably attack her from the side, yeah. Ouch. She might die. Nope. Nope, because I don't think they can reach her. And so now we're going to get a little cluster luck going on here. I love when you get that in Gears of War 3. You get a cluster luck. Oh my god. This is that douche guy that doesn't do any damage. Good, you can be our damage soaker. Enjoy that. Oh, can't quite reach. It's alright, we can move. Yeah. Potions are limited range of deployment. Well, not limited range, you get pretty good range, but you can't like throw it through walls and such. Apparently you don't get very good lobs if you're a chemist. But it's one of the most reliable sources of healing in this game, because it's not faith-based. It doesn't depend on faith for the total amount. Like if you have low faith, then healing spells won't heal you very much, which sucks. But you don't have to worry about that with restorative items. You can just use potions or high potions or X potions, and all of a sudden you're good. Oh. That was pretty ill-advised. You can't stand on corpses, by the way. Just FYI. But this guy is now going to get three-pronged, and that's going to suck for him. And there's really no way I can face where... I mean, I guess I can face like this and avoid a back attack. But it doesn't really matter too much. There's no real easy way to face. A 95% chance of killing him outright. We will take that chance. And then, yeah, I can probably cut this guy off, so I'm going to do that. And once again, with a corpse to my back, they can't really back attack me. I think they get 100% odds regardless, though, so it doesn't really matter. But you can see this has already gotten really sour, because even with the help of that Red Panther... Ow. It's a 3-on-4 because this squire is out hiding by himself, and then if other people get in the action, even more it becomes. Oh man, can I get a better angle? I only get a 75% hit odd on that, which you know you could. Nope, I can't. Okay. No. I don't want to. No, I don't get better hit odds by throwing a stone. How about dashing? Apparently. I Oh, it displayed different damage than I got. I hate Dash. Dash sucks. Screw Dash. And yeah, poison, damage over time. No surprise there. We'll just, we have a pretty good line going here. I'll just chuck a potion there. Potions are cheap, you know. Only restorative items, not bad to have. Chemist along for the ride. Get him, Algus. He's doing it too. He actually got 15 damage though. And yeah, then they'll back off. But I like restricting their movement because it allows me to pile on him. This guy will probably run away past the Panther. Yeah. But that just means we can get a multi-attack on the Panther. Oh, they're going for my Squire. But that guy is exposed, man. Delita's going to just ruin his day. Can I get behind the Panther? No. Panther will probably counterattack me too, but whatevs. Yeah, it's got the counter ability on. But it's only a random chance, so... Oh, you can get behind the Panther. See, this is what it's about in the early goings. You just pile on somebody. Well, you know what to do, Delita. Yep, another dead enemy. This is not going well for them. Not at all. Scratch me, come on now. Yeah, with limited range of retreat, that's the only place it could go, but even my poisoned weak sauce guy can probably seal the deal here. Yeah. And they can't counterattack when they die, by the way. That they cannot do. I don't even really need healing anymore. You just you go in this general direction. And these guys are probably going to like not turn into crystals before I just kill everything. It's gonna be Thief. No. Beat down on my Squire, huh? Okay. Well, since I can get behind, I might as well take advantage of my ability to do so. Backstab! Get Montezuma'd. Ashton Booty knows how to roll. Apparently I can't reach there. And Ubudi plus my poison soldier will probably be good enough, so just go over here. Yeah, maybe he'll wish him or something. Nope. Oh, poison was cured. Alright, well, here we go. We'll attack and then try to peace out. Well, if we hit, we kill him. Excellent. Yeah, so you're done for this battle. Just stay there. Chemist is so slow. Really, a lot of the classes, if you don't have any move plus abilities equipped... Come on now, don't use my potions. But if you don't have any move plus abilities equipped, you're not going to be able to get across the battlefield decently. Now, movement is not to be confused with speed. The speed affects how frequently you get your turn, whereas movement is how far they can travel per turn. So more speed is more turns. More movement equals you cross the battlefield faster on any one turn. If you have both, obviously you get the best of both worlds. Get out of here. I want to see if I can get a crystal there. Nothing. You know what? They're usually not worth it. Let's just end this. Get dead. Alright, your booty made it through battle without getting Lola owned. And he asks if Algus is okay. Ah, but the Marquise is not okay. Yes, Helmdor. Remember how they were mentioned early? Well, yeah, of course, because we're playing an RPG. When somebody gets mentioned by name, then you know they are going to be significant to some degree later on. I'm the mighty Ashton Ubudi. I mean, we're military cadets. Okay. So that's that battle. And as war trophies, we got our potions back. Hoorah! We're gonna need them later, so we might as well. I'm Algus of the Limberry Aegis Knights. Yes. Yeah, nope, nope. He's not the greatest, he's really normal, a cadet like you all. Well, not you viewers. You're knights in my heart. Unless you don't want to be. Oh man. He said his name. You booty said his name. Man, this guy's getting excited. Look at that. He's even going touchy-feeling on us. I don't know about this guy. He's making me nervous already. Up, up. The Marquis will be killed if we don't act fast. I don't know what I would do if that happened. Yes, I'll finish that for you, Algus. Whoa, whoa, easy, buddy. You don't have to touch me. You can tell me. It's okay. You know, maybe if you were one of those female squires, it'd be different, but you're not. Anyway. It might make some demands. Yes. So instead of helping him immediately, we're going to report to Igor's castle. Which is probably the wise thing to do, because if we went right away, we would not be high enough level. Ha ha! Or do you think that the game will send, like, generic soldiers to do it for us? You tell me, viewers. Do you think we're going to save the count, or do you think the game is going to send the knights to save the count? You know, the competent soldiers to go do it instead. Anyway, let's go into formation here and learn an ability. How do I do that again? Here we go. Learn. Squire. What does yell do? It raises speed. In other words, the rate at which you get to take your turns. Probably the most important thing for now. Accumulate would be nice too. I'm trying to decide how I want to spend my battles here. Ultimately, you can also get like move +1. Maybe I will spend a battle as a squire. Just yelling up to get some accumulate, to get some movement or whatever. To get the move +1. There are better things, but you know, in one battle I can probably get enough JP for both. Okay. Oh yeah, and can he learn anything in the chemist's class? Yes, he can learn potion and Phoenix down. Okay, those are always things nice to have handy on your guys, because you don't really lose anything for it. Oh, charge +1, charge +2, jump +1. Concentrate is a good ability in the archer class. It basically removes target evasion, which means you get guaranteed hits, usually from the front even, unless they have special abilities, very special abilities. So that's actually a really good ability, and one of the few that come out of the archers that I really like. In Chemist, I would like to get him Auto Potion. I'm going to try to push his Brave up as well. And then we're going to set a second ability item. So now Ramza can use items like potions as well, which is going to be significant, trust me. And then should probably learn on everybody, huh? Oh man, this guy. Why can't I learn? I have 330. Why can't I learn accumulate? Oh no, that's total. Not JP is the current amounts. Okay, so whatever. How about chemists? You can also, oh, you have potion already. Can't learn Phoenix down. Should probably set the ability to use items. Okay. If you're not a chemist but you have item, you can still use any of the items that you could as a chemist, but you can't deploy them at range. That's the difference. So, not a big deal. It's there. If you need some like emergency healing, it's not bad to have other people capable of doing it. Okay, ability, learn. Anything I care about in Squire? Not really. And you have Phoenix. Oh no, you don't have Phoenix down yet. Oh, you do now. And that's important because this is the guy I've actually been using as a chemist. It's good to know that I actually have access to that now. And, well, I'm not using her, but whatever. We'll stop with this. Okay. And yes, you can learn abilities with these guys, too. I probably don't want to make him into a knight just yet, but I do want to make him into a knight because he tends to do things that get him killed. The other option would be to turn him into an archer. But because you can't control him, you have to be careful. Yeah, same thing with Algus. He has battle boots. I don't think the leader has battle boots. No. We can buy him a pair. On to Igor's castle. Now, I know that this isn't a fight, so that's why I'm continuing the video and getting this over with in this video. If you don't care about the cutscenes and just want to see the fights, this wouldn't be a bad time to skip to the next video or just stop watching or whatever. But yeah, you're not going to fight in Igor's castle at this point in the game, so don't worry about it. Heard you beat the first troops. I'm proud to be your brother. Yes. Your booty is truly a noble. And yeah, we're not happy because we have more work that needs to be done here. He's already sent Zalbag. That's another brother of the Beowulfs, so it's okay. And yes. Oh, the cadet wants 100 soldiers. Man, we don't fight anything in this game with 100 soldiers. Are you kidding me? Think of your rank, Algus. Yeah, that's right. Sit down. Nameless soldier without a rank or knighthood. Screw you. We're gonna guard Igor's castle. Danger won't get this far. Yeah, nice cushy job doing nothing. Amazing. That's certainly an exciting way to play Final Fantasy Tactics. We'll just sit here in the castle doing nothing. It's like the realistic Call of Duty game, right? Where you just sit in the tent stacking boxes or something. Or getting moved from one place to another, maybe seeing one battle the entire game. The rest of the time you just you get moved from one place to another. You know, you're one of those guys who doesn't get in the action. Ah, stabbed in the back by a cadet. Yes, Algus is he's a descendant of a formerly noble family, and he wants his nobility back. Basically, that's Algus's approach. Oh, voice of a young girl. Apparently, it's Teta. Alma and Zalbag too. Ashton Yabuti knows his peeps. Man, you would think that you could just build a bridge there or something, you know, not make women in dresses jump over passes that are like as tall as a person. And man, that's incredible that they can do that, you know. And these Final Fantasy characters, they don't mess around. You know, not that I've ever tried, but I think it would be difficult to jump 6 feet across water in a dress. But what do I know? You know, maybe it makes it easier. And yes, more talk about Ubodi's development as a knight. And yes, they're commenting about Delita as well, Teta being his sister. We've already fleshed this out. Everyone is so nice at school to Teta. Oh, they're gonna hunt down some thieves. Yes, pray for his victory. Zalbag is really strong though, so that's probably not an issue. Man, Death Corporation demands a ransom. What is this, a legal proceeding? Come on now. Don't settle. They claim to be anarchists, but only rob and hurt the nobility. Hard to believe they would kidnap the Marquis just for money. They're nothing more than knaves. Yes, there you go, Algus. Noble speak is amazing. I don't know, I have mixed feelings about Algus, actually. And we'll get into why later, because I don't want to spoil anything. Guarding a castle is boring work, don't you think? Oh, look at that. I'm surprised. I thought we were actually going to sit here in this castle doing nothing instead of, you know, actually playing the game. That's weird. I was so certain we were just going to be on guard duty. I mean, they told us that. Why would you expect anything else in a Final Fantasy game? Even if it is a little different from the other Final Fantasy games. Well then, let's go. Oh, Alma's telling us things. Something wrong with Teta? She's picked on because of her rank. Oh no. I'm sure that would never happen in any school, ever. No. I totally didn't have friends crouch behind somebody as I pushed them over. No, that never happened in high school. Not even once. Especially not in football practice. I deny it, viewers. But not thoroughly. I do not deny it thoroughly. There you go. Alma will protect Teta, and we'll protect people from thieves by killing them, forcing them to die in obscurity. Just be yourself and don't be restricted by your name. Oh man. You sound like our mother. You know, there are very few times I find... Oh, I guess she's got the Ryu wind going. She summoned out the wind there. That's amazing. Ashton, you booty. Awesome. But yeah, there are very, very few times I've found throughout life where it's a good idea to tell anybody that they're just like their mother. Okay, maybe in some contexts, and if you say that said person has an admirable trait that's similar to their mother, then okay, yeah, that might actually work out. But you know, life advice from me and team: typically, you don't want to tell someone they're just like their mother. And with that, I will see you guys in the next part, where we do a little bit more shopping at Agros Castle, and then we start yell grinding a little bit, but not too much. I have some editing magic to put into play for that. Anyway, give a like if you enjoy, and I will see you in the next one. Me and team signing off.